So I got fired today. Either way, I'm gonna be straight.
Long before the world knew her name, Doechii had a deep, unshakable feeling that she was meant for something big. The test of that mindset came the day she was fired from her job. Instead of hiding her failure or panicking, she immediately got on camera and told her followers,
So I got fired today. Either way, I'm gonna be straight.
She chose to give power to her inner vision rather than the temporary crisis. That moment tells you everything about her radical self-belief. The world was throwing failure right in her face, but she completely refused to buy into the stress. She did not let it slow her down for a second. She just kept moving. Doechii used the book Artist's Way to completely dismantle her old identity and build up a new self-concept. She recorded the entire process and posted it on YouTube. To do that, she had to confront her heaviest negative core beliefs.
Negative core beliefs that I have within me that are basically blocking my creativity. So just things about myself, things that have happened in the past that I may not have realized triggered insecurities and negative core beliefs that I have creatively, which is basically blocking my creative flow. My blurts were, and things that I guess negative core beliefs that I have is that I'll only be a one-hit wonder. Like I only am going to be able to produce one great body of work or one great project and I will never be able to do it again. Or I can only write one good song or one hit and it'll never happen again.
To reprogram her subconscious, she hammered home a sharp daily affirmation: I am a shameless creative. Doechii knew that if she carried deep insecurities, her subconscious mind would block or self-sabotage her own blessings. To fix this, she had to confront her heaviest negative core beliefs, her fear of being a one-hit wonder, and her worry that her style was too offensive. When faced with setbacks, failures, what if she had given up right then and there? Doechii openly argues that having audacity and nerve matters way more for an artist's success than raw talent alone.
I think my word of the year is going to be audacity and nerve, because I'm realizing that it's really not talent, especially in this city. Since I moved to New York, my life has drastically changed within one month of being here. Everybody's talented. It's not talent that's going to put you center stage. Like she said in the book, Julia said in the book, it is audacity that brings an artist center stage. It is the nerve of you, not the talent.
Even when she was a finalist for the show Songland for 6 months, only to get dropped at the very end.
I got cast for this show called Songland. And I really thought I was gonna make it. I didn't want to believe that I was, just in case I didn't. But deep down, I really was hoping to make this show. And I was casting with them for months. We had the interview, I passed the interview, I sent the music, like working with them for maybe like 6 months, got to the end of the finalists.
She did not let the disappointment break her momentum. She kept the audacity to act like she already owned a global stage. She stresses that it is completely normal to feel lost and exposed to constant rejection. But the trick is refusing to let it touch your self-worth.
You're gonna have to slam the door in my face. Y'all are gonna have to tell me no to my face. I'm not calling, I'm not sending emails, I'm not doing none of that. Y'all are going to have to tell me to my face that I'm fucking crazy and it's not gonna happen. You're gonna have to tell me that over and over and over. I don't care at this point. The only thing that I really feel like I have is my talent, my skill, and my audacity. And that is going to be the thing that I'm going to let guide me through this. God, audacity, and my talent is all I have. And I think that's really all I need to plummet me to where it is that I want to go.
Doechii shares a heavy, incredibly raw moment from her journey where she sat down and typed out a literal email to God, letting out all her anger, confusion, and frustration about why her path felt so blocked.
I am questioning God, and I typed him a long email, and I'm serious. I literally sent god@gmail.com. These are my concerns. This is what I need to hear from you. I need a response. Thank you for your time and convenience. Sent the email. I'm listening to this lady, her album, and within maybe 30 minutes later, I'm bawling my eyes out. I mean, I'm crying, typing this email, like dramatic as hell, just pissed off, like, well, thanking God to bring me out here. What's the purpose? What am I doing? Right? And then I'm listening to this lady, and as I'm listening to her music, she has this sample of this pastor in this sermon, and everything that he's saying is like right on the dot to how I'm feeling, what I typed in my email,
By writing out her frustrations, she was able to release them. This breakthrough allowed her to shatter her biggest mental block, the scarcity mindset. She realized she had been stalling her own success by looking at the music industry through a lens of competition. She completely shifted her frequency by embracing the idea that the creator is an infinite source of money, ideas, and opportunity.
I am a product of the greatest artist of all time, which is God. If I am a product of the original creator and he has an unlimited supply of creative energy, that means that I have access to an unlimited supply of creative energy.
The moment you realize someone else's success takes absolutely nothing away from your own access, you stop giving off the energy of lack and finally open your channel to receive. The final step in her blueprint was cutting off her addiction to external validation. She shifted everything inward, relying entirely on the creator within, to protect herself from the fear of abandonment and build real, authentic connections. A huge part of this was learning how to stop hiding her failures, explaining that keeping your losses secret just creates massive creative blocks. By relying on her inner source, she detached from immediate perfection and embraced the messy, imperfect side of the process. She realized that to get to a massive creative breakthrough, you have to give yourself permission to create or perform badly at first. Here's a clip of Doechii explaining how she uses visualization to manifest whatever she wants.
So one of the ways that I really enjoy manifesting and that I found to be very powerful is when you close your eyes, you imagine what it is that you're trying to manifest or that you're going to manifest. Not only do you feel the essence of every moment, so say you are manifesting some money, you feel the feeling of the day that you receive the money. You practice feeling what it feels like to look at it in your bank account. But I like to take it a step further, and I'll close my eyes, and like say I close my eyes right now, I'll imagine myself outside of my body, floating outside of my body, and then I'll switch my POV where me floating outside of me is looking down at me, and then I'll travel to the place where I'm receiving the manifestation, and I'll walk around. So before I got my house, I would manifest my house this way, and I would walk through my home, and I would look down at the floors and what they look like, and then I would go into each room, and I would look at the room, and then I would walk outside to my backyard, and I would feel the feeling of what it felt like, the grass underneath my feet, and I would walk into the pool, and I would take a swim, and I would do all of this outside of my body before I got it, building pieces of the experience and also feeling the feeling of having it and receiving it. And that's been a really powerful tool that I use to manifest. Nobody asked, but...
Fast forward a few years, and the same woman who was wondering what came next after getting fired was standing on one of music's biggest stages, accepting a Grammy. Now, I'm not saying manifestation alone made Doechii famous. She worked relentlessly, developed her craft, and took every opportunity she could. But when you listen to her talk about her journey, it's clear that changing the way she saw herself played a huge role in how she kept going.
I'm hungry. I want to be the best. If I have 2 days, if I have 24 hours, I'm going to work my hardest to make the best performance because I want to be the best. Period.
Doechii made a conscious decision to stop letting her temporary circumstances dictate who she was. Doechii is living proof that the story your brain chooses to believe will ultimately design your life.
I was just fed up with doubting myself, you know? And you doubt yourself when you have convinced yourself that something outside of you is gonna get you somewhere. And that lie that I was believing for a long time was getting too heavy for me to carry. And I was like, I genuinely can't do it anymore. I don't care, I'm snatching a wig off and we're gonna do this. I have to do it now or else it ain't never gonna get done, and I'm not letting nobody take my dream.